Hi everyone, I am Desiree and this is the intro video for my channel, Honeysuckle Homestead Retreat. I figured I should do an intro video to kind of explain what I'm doing up here. I basically, well in 2020, everyone knows what happened, and during that time I was shut in the city, and I had this plot for a few years, but I didn't have a house on it. And the whole time that I was shut in, I kept thinking, man, if I only had a house there, that's where I would be right now. I wouldn't be in the city during all this. So during those months that I was shut in, I decided to design a tiny house for myself. And it took me about like 20 or 30 designs before I finally was like, oh my goodness, this is it. This is the house. And so my design was a 10 by 16 house. I finally decided on that with a loft. So it's 160 square feet plus the loft space, which is where the bed goes. It was built by Incredible Tiny Homes, and it took them about a year to build it. I think mostly because it was custom. They do custom homes, which is awesome. But if you just want one of their designs, I'm sure they would be a lot quicker. So, I'm very happy with the home. I have decided that I'm going to go off-grid. So I already have some solar panels installed on my run-in shed that I have for my horse that I don't have here yet. I do have a horse. She is in Georgia at a farm. But one day she will be here. And I'm hoping to get lots more animals here as well. And I'm also hoping to document all of that on my channel. So stay tuned. There's a lot ahead. But for right now, I'm just trying to get myself settled in here. And it takes a lot. Basically, I have raw land. There is septic on it. So I was lucky with that. Although I am using a composting toilet because I'm trying to be all natural and, you know, that kind of thing. So there is a well, but the well is not close to my house, and I really didn't want to pump it. So for now, I'm using a rainwater catchment system along with pumping some water out of the creek whenever I want to fill up my barrels. And the creek is right by my house, so it makes it very convenient. As you can see, it is fall right now, so the leaves are changing and it's really beautiful up here. I had been up on my land before years ago in a tent, and well, a couple years ago actually. I haven't stayed in the tent for a couple years, and it's probably getting all moldy up there. It was a very nice canvas tent, but it was not ideal. It was great for camping for a few days, and I used it for that, but I would never come here if it was really, really cold outside. I did have a little wood burning fire stove that I put in there, but it just wasn't ideal. And I enjoyed camping the times that I camped here, and it was fun, and I got to get used to my land a little bit. Hiking up the mountain and everything was awesome. And I would just come here and daydream about what I was going to build and how I was going to do it and what it was going to look like. And so now I'm actually doing all of that, and I'm super excited. It is taking a bit longer than I thought it would take. I named the channel Honeysuckle Homestead Retreat, one, because I like honeysuckles, and there are some here on this property. But the homestead part is because I'm basically living in Atlanta, but I travel to the Appalachian Mountains every other weekend to work on my homestead. I don't know when I will move here permanently, so I have called this basically a retreat. I come up here maybe 2 weekends out of the month, and I build things, and I work on things, and I fix things, and I'm doing most of it by myself. Mostly because, one, it's costly to hire people, and two, I'm having a hard time finding people to work out here. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. Not completely, but more so than Atlanta for sure. And you know, it's funny, you can't find people online here. The people that do work around here are usually advertised in like the local paper, or word of mouth is the biggest. The gentleman that did my driveway, my gravel driveway, I found out about him from my neighbor, like across the street. So that's how work kind of gets done around here, and how people get work done around here is word of mouth. I would have never have seen him advertised anywhere, and he's certainly not on the internet, which is difficult for me because I do everything online, like everything. I am an Amazon fiend. It's like I get everything on Amazon. I learn stuff on YouTube. I do everything online. I find people to do services online. I order food online, like delivery services. I would rather do that than call somebody up. So this has been a learning experience for me. Now, with all that said, I did personally grow up in the country, and I grew up in a time, like at least when I was a kid, before there was internet. So I know what it's like not to have internet. I remember looking in the auto trader for like used cars for sale when I was a teenager. You know, like when the internet was in its infancy, you couldn't find anything and everything online back then. It just wasn't there yet. So you still had to like look at magazines and newspapers and word of mouth for things, and go into physical stores, of course. When am I gonna live here? Everyone's asking, when are you gonna move there? Are you moving there? Is it just a vacation home? Right now, I'm in an in-between stage. I'm in limbo. I live in Atlanta because I have a good job there, but I'm not ready to leave. And I don't know what I would do for work here. I am not in a financial position to just get up, pack my bags, and go quite yet. Once I've gotten myself in that financial position, then I'll move here. I'll move here and I'll figure out a way to make it work. I'll get some kind of job here, or I'll do something to make money to get by. But I don't expect to make a ton of money here. There's not much around here. So really, and my neighbors have said this before, that most people kind of need to be retired before they move here. Like I said, it's in the middle of nowhere, but not completely in the middle of nowhere. So that's my plan. I don't have a set date of when I'm going to officially move here, but I'm trying to get as much of it ready as I can before I do move here, so that everything's in place when I get here and it's ready to go. I really don't know what else to say. Basically, to sum it up, I am building a homestead, but I'm not currently living here. So I'm doing it on weekends, and I'm doing a lot of stuff myself because it's hard to find people to do work around here. So I built my own deck. I built my own platform that goes down to the creek, and I'm planning on building a lot more items on this property. And I'm doing a lot of things myself as far as like fixing things in the house. I am taking the advice of others. I am watching a lot of YouTube channels that show you how to fix things and how to build things. So I don't just know these things. I really don't know anything. I never built anything until this year. So I am learning as I go, and things may not be perfect. I will say this is not a how-to video channel at all whatsoever, because I don't know what I'm doing. So don't be like, oh my goodness, that's how she did it. That's the way you do it. It might not be. So like, don't take my word for anything about anything that I'm doing. I'm really just doing this channel so you guys can follow along, maybe watch me make my mistakes and maybe learn along with me, you know. For things that require actual professionals like electrical work, I do hire electricians for that. I don't want to, anything that's like, could be a hazard, I am not going to do myself. So my ultimate dream for here is to have beautiful black fencing up for my horse and for any other animals I might get. I'm hoping to get maybe a couple of alpacas, some goats, another horse, and chickens and rabbits. I actually already have some rabbits. I have a pair of rabbits that I bred a couple of weeks ago, so I'm curious to see if she took or not. But my parents are watching my rabbits for now. They also live out in the country. I'm not able to keep rabbits in my apartment. I'm also planning on starting a garden and growing some of my own fruits and vegetables. Have some fruit trees, maybe a muscadine vine, definitely vegetable garden. So I would really like for this channel to be more of an entertainment channel or an inspirational channel where you can follow me along on my journey as I develop my homestead from afar and just watch how I do things and yeah, get inspiration from it. I mean, if I can do it, I know anyone else can do it too. You just got to figure out a way if it's what you want to do. But yeah, once I get, you know, everything rolling and everything, it's going to be really exciting. And hopefully you'll follow me all the way until I like decide to finally move from my little apartment in Atlanta to my sprawling homestead up here in the Appalachian Mountains. So that'll be an exciting time. It's going to be quite a journey ahead. It's going to take me a while to get there, but I hope you follow along. Thanks for watching.